for success in the business world.
Right. Okay. And our very first question, can you read that, please, Monica? Tell us what you think.
What does the word team define? It's two or more than two people work together.
Okay. Exactly, working together. And what could you add? What else besides just working together? Oftentimes a team is working towards what?
To the same target, same aim, same goal, and be effective.
Exactly. So they have the same goal in mind. Exactly. All right. And what about the next question, Frank?
What do you think a dream team? I think the dream team, that means they have a dream. They have always to create a new idea.
Okay, so that's true. They are working towards something. Maybe it's a new idea, but the actual word dream has more to do with the fact that it's an ideal team, because everyone is very skilled at what they do. It's an ideal team because everyone is skilled what they do and can cooperate. Okay. What about the third one, Monica?
Do you like working in a team? Why or why not? I'm not sure I like or I don't like. I do like to work alone because I don't need to care about the people. But in order to be more successful, a teamwork is always better than you fight alone.
Okay, because I do like to work alone, but teamwork is better because why?
Because you can be more successful.
More successful. Okay. Interesting. So you think that it would be harder to be extremely successful if you were always working alone?
Yeah, that's what I mean, because one person cannot beat a team. No matter how good you are, but if it's like ordinary people, but they work together effectively, and the achievement is always better than just a great person.
Right.
That's what I've experienced so far.
Right, because like you said, no matter how good you are, you still have limitations, right?
Yeah, like a time. I just got 24 hours.
Right. That's true. That's true.
If they take turns, and you screw.
Exactly. Yeah. Even you have one person's 24 hours, two is 48, and so on and so forth. So that's true. All right. What about the last question, Frank?
What prevents a team from being effective?
Right, effective.
I believe a teamwork have to cooperate each other. So I think if you are a leader, you have to prevent your teamwork alone. Yeah, they have to cooperate each other and discuss frequently. Yeah.
Okay, so you said, I believe they have to cooperate with each other, and therefore if you are a leader, you need...
Yeah.
What did you say exactly? If you are a leader, what?
If you are a leader, you have to, you don't prevent, that mean, I mean, don't put your team member work work alone.
You don't allow them to work alone?
Yeah, yeah. They have to work each other.
Okay, so we could say maybe
Synergy and cooperation.
yeah, but we want to find the
Yeah,
opposite
yeah.
because what's preventing them from being effective, right? It'd be like disunity, or you could say independent, even just having a super independent attitude.
Oh yeah. That
Right.
don't independent attitude. Yeah.
Independent attitudes prevent cooperation.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go to some key points for teamwork. You want to read the first word and definition, Monica?
Okay. Accomplishing. To succeed in doing something good.
Good. And the next word, Frank?
Competent, able to do something well.
Cooperative. Involving people working together to achieve the same aim.
Enthusiasm, when you feel very interested in something and would really like to be involved in it.
Flexible. Able to change or be changed easily according to the situation.
Excellent. Okay. Just make sure to pronounce the ending there, Frank. Interested.
Interested.
Interested, yeah. It's almost like this E is silent. Interested.
Interested.
Good. And then instead of cooperative, it's more like cooperative. Cooperative.
Cooperative.
Yeah, cooperative. Like the E is silent. And then competent. We want the accent in the beginning. Competent.
Competent.
Excellent. Okay. Right. So yeah, so there we were talking about on the other side, the opposite of cooperative would be like disunity.
Disunity.
Okay. But any questions on those 5 words? Anything that's not familiar to you or kind of confusing?
No.
Okay. You good too, Frank?
No.
You good? Okay. I just didn't want to skip if you had any questions. Okay. All right. Frank, the first one.
Constructive criticism.
Yeah, it's
Advice.
criticism.
Criticism. Advice that is useful and intended to help or improve something, often with an offer of possible solutions.
Commitment. A promise or a firm decision to do something.
Participate. To take part in activity.
Prerequisite. Something that is necessary in order for something else to happen or exist.
A collective, as a group.
Good. Yeah, make sure to get the ending, collectively.
Collectively.
Yeah. Can you repeat that one, Frank? Collectively?
Collective.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. He says he has to go for a moment, so. All right. Very good. Any questions on this page, Monica?
No.
Ready to, I'm just typing a message to, okay. Perfect. All right. Well, then let's see how we can apply all these things. We have an introduction here first. Do you mind reading through the introduction? Okay.
No, no. We call 2 or more people working together to accomplish a goal or to complete a specific task, a team. Then we have the concept of a dream team, two or more people who have been specially chosen to work together and are considered to be the best at what they do. There are many factors that can cause a team to be ineffective and weak. It requires effort and courage to build a good, strong, and healthy team. Today we are going to sit in on a conversation between two colleagues and hear what they think are the characteristics of a good team player.
Okay, excellent. So based on what you read, Monica, how would you define in your own words what a dream team is?
After work so many years, I don't care about people are very experienced or skillful. I more care about if they work together or not. Cooperation. I can put up with, work with so inexperienced, just graduate freshmen, but I cannot accept that person do not work as a team.
Okay.
Yeah. So it has to have that common goal, same motivation, and that's the word I cannot pronounce it right.
Enthusiasm.
Enthusiasm.
Okay, so you want them to be able to work as a team and to be enthusiastic.
Yes, enthusiastic.
Okay. It's funny because I'm sure you find, Monica, that sometimes the people who are the most experienced or the most qualified are less likely to work as a team because they kind of have an ego, right?
Yes. Yeah. They put friend to themselves and become so
narrow-minded, yeah. Yeah, that's true. That's very true. Okay. So we just went over the definition according to the lesson is where you have two or more people and you specifically choose them because they're going to be the best at what they do. But also, like Monica said, they're going to work as a team and be enthusiastic. Okay. So we're going to look at this conversation between two people. So we'll take turns. Sometimes you'll be Mike, sometimes you'll be Ron. And then there will be questions, all right, to break everything down. So first, why don't we have Monica, you can be Mike, and we'll pretend Mike is a girl's name. And Frank, you can be Ron.
Ron, do you think you are a good team player?
Yes, I do. I'm confident, competent, and cooperative. Besides what I lack in competence, I make up for in enthusiasm.
But are you flexible?
What do you mean? Flexibility is my middle name. I can adapt to any kind of situation, and I usually get along with most people. I realize that nothing is ever set in stone. Therefore, a team needs to make room for everyone to contribute ideas and opinions. I'm all for constructive criticism, but I don't like it when people just blame one another or brag about themselves.
Okay, excellent. Now, of these 4 qualities mentioned, Monica, in your small company of 7, what would you say is the order of importance from number 1, they need to be this, to the least important is number 4?
Enthusiasm, cooperative, competent, and flexible.
Okay. Now, for your company of 15, Frank, do you agree with that order, or would you put them in a different order?
For me, maybe I think the cooperate is important. It's first important, and then the enthusiasm and the flexible.
Okay. Then flexible, and last competent.
How about you? You might
Oh!
tell us.
Well,
what
I'm not part of any small companies, but but I think I probably would put cooperative first, because you could be super enthusiastic, but if you're still independent, it's going to be a little hard. So I think cooperative would be first for me. I think enthusiasm would be second, and then I think competent, they need to know what they're doing, and then flexible. Yeah, that's the order I would put them in.
Right.
But it's interesting. I guess it depends on the dynamics of your job, right? Because some jobs, I mean, competence is going to be super important if it's a life-saving job or something where details are very crucial. But in most situations, I think enthusiasm and cooperation are vital. Okay, what about constructive criticism? Do you think that you take constructive criticism very well, Monica?
Yes, I think so. And I'm very open for that. But most of people, they just blend, complain, and no contribution. And they say they complain, but they don't know what they should do or how to do.
Yeah, that's a good point. There's a big difference between complaining and constructive criticism. Huge difference. What about you, Frank? Do you think you take constructive criticism pretty well?
Oh yes, definitely. Because our company is a consultant company, so we have worked together. So we usually ask every member have to construct criticism when we at the meeting.
Okay. Make sure to use has. Every member has to contribute, and then I would just say to contribute constructive criticism. Okay. Excellent. Great. Let's go to our next page. All right. Frank, you want to be Mike, and Monica, Ron.
What about people that don't share their ideas and opinions that easily?
For my experience, when you can get them around the table, they usually interact quite freely if they have a sense of belonging to the team. It is also important to lay one's cards on the table and to make sure every person understands that he or she has a role to play in accomplishing the goals of the team.
Okay, great. So our first question, Frank.
What suggestions do you have for people that don't share their idea and opinion easily? It's hard to. It's a tough. I believe it's a tough, very hard task to ask the member who don't share their idea and opinions. But it should be the long-term to training. It is my opinion. Maybe give them confidence. Give them the confidence, then they will share their ideas.
Okay. You give them. how do you suggest building confidence in an employee or in a team member?
Maybe our company is use a lot of math and the computer programs. So I believe my member is they are very intelligent, but they don't know how to communicate others. So you have to continue to talk with them, then make them confident.
Okay. So basically just patience and helping them find ways to articulate what they're thinking.
Yeah. They don't know how to do it, but they are very difficult to explain their idea.
Right. I think if people sense that you're patient with them, they'll eventually be able to express their idea. But it's when they feel rushed that it can be hard to put ideas into words. What about the second question, Monica?